Your Morning Brief on Friday, June 28th. A new report from FSA. Gentex using the Rearview mirror as part of the visual control center. So Gentex is this, well, it's not so little company, but a auto parts manufacturer, and they focus on the Rearview mirror, if you can believe it. And it's actually a very high-tech mirror. They're putting more displays in it. They're using it as a good visualization for things you need to look at quickly. Speed, temperature, other cars. They can put other cars in blind spots and in the mirror. It's really interesting technology. They also do the windows for the Boeing Dreamliner, and the windows are becoming more and more sophisticated. So instead of pulling the blind down, you actually hit a button and put it onto like dark or light, or you can they're going to put pictures up there, a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's all electronic. So that's interesting. I like the name. Good return on capital. Got a report out on it. If you want more details, go look at that. G20 investors await the meeting between Trump and Xi. Really, that's all they're looking for. Some positive movement there. I don't expect much, to be honest with you. These summits are so, they got an agenda and they're moving forward on all these different things. They're not going to have much time to get anything done. So, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'd like to hear some progress too, but I'm not expecting too much. At Apple, chief designer John Ive is leaving Apple to start his own design company, but with Apple as a client. I'm not sure how much this changes either. I mean, it's definitely in the news. It's definitely interesting, I suppose, but this is not going to move the needle on Apple at all. He's still going to design, be essentially the chief design officer. I just don't understand why Apple would want, allow this. I say get somebody else in there, get a fresh design. If he wants to go out on his own, then go out on your own. That'd be nice, right? Would you like to leave your company and then have them as a client? That'd be awesome. Not everybody can do that. Okay, earnings. Nike revenue was in line while earnings per share was below as marketing expenses rose in the wake of a 30-year anniversary, extra advertising. Actually, they cited Colin Kaepernick as an additional expense. I don't know if that's a good reason or not. But overall, you know what? Their revenue is in line. They had strong results in both the U.S. and China. That's really what you're looking for. Shares are down just a little bit in pre-market. I'm okay with the extra marketing expense. Usually it pays dividends anyways. Like, it's more of an investment. It maybe should be capitalized. There's an argument for that. But, in accounting terms, marketing is an expense and you don't put it on your balance sheet. So it's a one-period expense. But it actually usually pays dividends down the road. So I'm not the least bit worried about this. I will disclose, though, I'm not in Nike. I've never been in Nike. I love the company, absolutely love it. And it screens great, except when it comes to the valuation part. And you go, oh, wow, that's way too expensive. But it's been like that for years. So perhaps you just do it. But that was a pun not intended. Just do it, as their Nike tagline. God, I'd love to get an opportunity to buy this. It just never happens. It never pulls back enough to get in. Therefore, maybe it just keeps going up, and maybe we should be in anyways. All right, long story. We love Nike, except the valuation. Futures are mixed. The Dow futures are up while Nasdaq is around break even. Usually it's the other way around, at least lately anyways. So we'll see what happens on the opening. It doesn't sound like too much is going to happen. But that's good. Oh, I missed earnings on Constellation Brands. This was a good one. Constellation Brands beats top and bottom line, raised guidance, did everything they're supposed to do. Shares are up 6% in pre-market. This is great. I got clients into this one, so I'm a big supporter of Constellation Brands. First of all, you got a good stable of brands in beer. Corona's one of their brands, and wine. They actually spun out their low-end wines, focusing on higher end, which I think is good too. And so you got that. And then they've also made a big investment into Canopy Growth, the cannabis company. They barely even talked about that. That to me is just an option. It's a good company with or without cannabis, and the cannabis is I consider it an option. You don't need it to support this valuation, but if it works out, the valuation could go even higher, like a bonus. Let's call it a bonus. Like I said, an option. All right, so there you go. I got covered the earnings off. Futures are mixed, as I said. That's your morning brief for Friday, June 28th. Let's find some gems.